tell me where you finna go.
Live.
Blah.
Con. All right, shalom. Keep us a sheep. With our weekly sit down, and of course, on the day before the Passover. All right, and Lord will this sit down is edifying. But before we begin, we let the first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory. All right, hold on 1 second. Start over. Speak for the brother. Kind. And again, before we begin, we'd like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High.
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to those who elect. All right, and like I mentioned, we are moments before the Passover, and camp title will be Pray the Lord passes over your door, right? And we coming into a time of judgment, man. All right, the time of and if somebody want to grab that, it's gonna begin at the house of Israel. All right, and going back to the title of the hand, pray the Lord pass over your door, because ultimately the house begins with you. All right, that's why the Lord said in the book of is it Esdras? He said, set your house in order, set down house in order, because we coming into the time where Most High Yahweh Shai, he giving eviction notices, man. He kicking you out. All right, even for brothers who ain't paying their rent, even keep the commandments to the best of your ability. Everything is being exposed, but how is it being exposed? By judgment. All right, and you gotta understand, judgment doesn't always come on a carnal level. It doesn't always come with death or pain. It may come by harsh rebuke, or again being exposed. The spirit may leave you. All right, why you think David always prayed? That the Most High don't take His Holy Spirit from him, man, because these are signs of judgment. And again, we coming into a season for only judgment. All right, the Most High he gave us that time where he winked at our iniquities. All right, he said, okay, what they say in the world, kids will be kids, boys will be boys, or girls will be girls, right? But the Lord is coming to the time where He's sifting. All right, if you're not part of the elect, hey, judgment gonna fall upon you and your household, meaning women, children, old people, young people, sick people, deaf people, blind people. The Most High is not respect of a person, man.
I got the precept.
Which one you got?
I got being in the house of.
I want to set down house order first. Who got that? Hey, what you got?
I was on Ezekiel, not something brothers, but I got this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, and verse 14. And I'll start at verse 13. So this is 2nd Esdras 14 and 13, and it reads, Now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Because it's like right now we the mother. In the household, a mama will be like, y'all better calm down for your daddy to come in. Now if your daddy get up, you're gonna be in trouble. All right. So right now what the Lord always says, warn my people, warn them for what? Warn them from the judgment. Start again at the top.
Verse 13, it says, Now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
God set thine house in order, meaning first we have to lead by example. And again, that's why the Most High gonna begin with who? The men, again, the house of Israel. Because again, of course, people gonna go off, things gonna happen, but ultimately it falls back on us, man. It falls back on the men. You know what I'm saying? It was a video I was looking at, and basically the man was saying that women act out and women do things they do because other men allow it. But if it wasn't for these other men, we know the other men is Esau, Edom, the wicked elite. If these men wasn't in the way, allowing these women, to have these rights or whatever, be over the man, then hell, women will be in their place, man. Right?
We'll finish off on this real
Break it
quick.
up.
So this is 2 Ezra 14:13 for the top. It says, Now therefore set thy house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. It says, Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen shall be done hereafter. And I just start right there because that's pretty much the point. Like the brother was going to in verse 13, just to elaborate more on it. Setting our house in order, man. And ultimately, again, starting with the man of Israel, man. Those that claim to be in the truth, man. It's been given this, the spirit, this knowledge, this wisdom. This ministry from Yahweh Shem Shah. And we in that time, man. Setting our house in order, like the brother was going to. Reprove those, like I said, reprove our people, comfort such of them as being in trouble, and renounce corruption, man. Getting rid of that, like going into the Passover, getting rid of that unleavened bread, man. Getting rid of all our impurities, man. Going through those trials and tribulations, being made, pure. That fine gold, man. Being tried, as soldiers of Yahweh Shem Shah. So like it's going into letting go of mortal thoughts, man. Letting go of that old man, that weak nature, man. Casting off the flesh, man. Being strengthened in the spirit, because just like the elder Kazak was saying from Mississippi going live, we coming into heavy times, man. Like you were saying, times of judgment, times where we only gonna be able to rely on the faith, man. Like you were saying, you're not gonna have the comfort of being in your house, or the comfort of the luxury of eating whatever you want, drinking whatever you want, going to the store. We're not gonna have these things. The only thing we're gonna have is the faith in Yahweh Shem Shah, man, and that this word is staying true. And that's the only thing we're gonna have. And the time gonna come, you really gonna need to be built up in that, man, because you gotta think, it's easy to say no, being in the comfort of this house now, but like again, those times, the only thing we're gonna have is these scriptures, man. Only thing we're gonna have is this faith, the word. Same way Yahweh Shah, when it was time for Yahweh Shah to get crucified, he didn't have nobody to help him. He didn't have his mother, his father. He didn't have the things of the world. Only thing he had was what? His father's word that he promised him, man. It's the same way we got these promises, man. We got the prophecies, man. What the Lord spoke about. And then just to continue on it, just to finish out, like I said, greater evils are coming, man. We know that the end of this world, we know that the end of this kingdom is here, man. Esau is the end of the world, and just was the beginning of that follow of it, man. So we know a lot of death, a lot of destruction, a lot of trial and tribulation finna come, man. So this is that time to get rid of the old and put on the new and get ready for this, man. Because we're finna enter into that time of what? A new kingdom coming, man. New rulers, a new order being set up, a new foundation, man.
Just a quick point, Hunter, how you saying, right? Being that, set your house in order, like the brother saying, that's starting with the men, because, most times dealing with the men of Israel, dealing with the women as well, but as the men, like, we talked about a few times, the men, they become simpler and simpler as the time goes on, man, and they let, how like it's, the saying in this world, happy wife, happy life, and a lot of men bow down to their women to please them, like we were saying, that, of course we know Esau Edom give them women that type of power to try to move how they move, but at the same time, like Isaiah 46, say, you gotta remember yourselves men, right? Because a lot of these men become weak, then they have sons, things of that nature, then it goes on down the line where these men is bow down to these women and it becomes more and more, right? So you got a lot of men who fall, who ain't strong mentally at all. That's why a lot of men can't be in the truth, because they got that feminine mindset, that way of them women, and when you come to this truth, The truth is correction, man. It's for you to, it's gonna correct you, and it's gonna be on you hard, you know. As the brother say, you know, it's gonna be hard times come, that judgment come, right? And by the precept say, you know, you got shame that bring more sin, you got shame that bring glory and honor, you know. How the brothers start getting to that, the Most High get to bring that judgment on them, they get to fall away, or Most High just go ahead and sift them out in general, man, because they just ain't built for it. They ain't built for the spirit, man. You know, but a quick precept right quick. Lamentations 4, starting verse 1, and it says, how is the gold become dim? How is the fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out at the top of every street. He said, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, man. You see right there, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. Not the women, not the precious sons of Zion, man. The sons of Yahweh Shah, right? You know, we comparable to fine gold, man. You men got to understand that. We the ones, you know, who got to get out here on the highways, byways, right? That's why they said, you know, a teacher, a woman should not assert authority over no men. But now you got these men bowing down to women. You got these men doing everything the women say. You got the women telling the man how to be the man, you know? And that's why these house orders are out of whack. Because these men, most high ain't trying to deal with these simple men, right? It says, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of hands of the potter? But you know, that was just the point I wanted to bring out, just backing up the brothers, right? And also, I'm here, you got something?
Yeah, I was just how you was talking about, what you were saying. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 13, and I'll just go straight to verse 9. Again, just bouncing off the topic at hand, talking about, you know, judgment, and you know, how we must go through things, right? Like these things are coming. Verse 9 it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried, right? So if you want to call yourself a man of the Lord, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be of the epsilon, if you want to be of that cloth, you know, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying, you must be tried, but you must endure through these things, man. You know, temptation's gonna come, judgment's gonna come, right? Like I said, I remember I said it at camp, you know what I'm saying? Just because you come to the truth, that means shit gonna turn to pieces and cream. You know what I'm saying? It really will get worse in a sense. But you have to understand, you know, you have to do these things. You gotta set your house in order. You gotta put off those vain things. To continue on the verse, it says, they shall call my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power, man. But again, that point is just you have to agree things. You gotta make sure you put off, you know what I'm saying, those old and set your house in order. You know what I'm saying? Get, you know, like the scripture I talks about, you know. But can two all together said they be agreed? You know what I'm saying? You gotta put off, you know what I'm saying, a lot of things, and that's, you know, even like on that topic, how we talking about the Passover, that's why you gotta take, you know what I'm saying, that unleavened bread, you know what I'm saying, or that leavened bread, you gotta get out your household. It's a part of setting your household. It's a representation of things, right? But
I know, brothers on point. Make sure like the brother, Amon, how do I say it? Sloppy. You hit on the head, like you said, because a little leaven, what's say, love the whole thing, First Corinthians, and it's like you said, you got a woman, and you know this woman, she's trying to absorb authority over the man, or not even that, she just, you know, she talking crazy, or you know, she doing little spiteful things, and now you set the example for the children. You know what I'm saying? Now the children, the daughter, the son, they think these things are acceptable. Now you corrupting the whole seed. You corrupting the rest of the family tree. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what happened. That's what Esau did to us, man. Esau, you know, he corrupted that whole. Cause you gotta think about it. That's why our Lord said, if the days weren't short, then no flesh would be saved. Meaning, all of Israel is wicked, man, except for the elect. All of Israel is wicked, except for the elect men and the elect women, man. Even those nice going church people, you see them out on Sundays at the buffets, they want her to fly. They wicked. They gonna be judged accordingly, man.
I'm gonna read this just because you brought a scripture on it. Of course, it goes into the Passover. 1 Corinthians 5 and 6. It says, your glorying is not good. Know ye not that little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. Even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Man. So like you're saying, man, this is really important to show, you know what I'm saying, like you were saying, all these other people, you know, they're not taking part in things, so they're not even considering these things. So that's how you know who really in the correct spirit, who really operating, you know what I'm saying, through the spirit of power, yeah, how about Shem Shah. But I just wanted to read that just because you brought it up.
Now, we started 8.
Yeah.
You gotta bring something up.
Nah, I was gonna tell him to read that 8, but that's what he started.
Oh, yeah. So then another point, right? I brought this piece up out, right? Just, you know, but I see was saying, you know, shoot, really, if you went for the remnant, man, you know, shoot, we would definitely be done away with it. Like brother saying, you know, Jake out here running around doing whatever they want, doing however they want to do it, right? And they ain't, you know, they don't know the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we in here, they would, if you tell them what the Passover, they wouldn't know it, right? But you know, Christmas, all these other holidays, they, you know what I'm saying? They jumping up, they preparing for that for days before, you know what I'm saying? Years before, they get ready for it. You know what I'm saying? But a quick piece up, right quick, Isaiah 1. I'm gonna hit verse 3 or 4, then I'm gonna jump down to verse 9. Right, but it says, starting at verse 3, it says, the ox knows his owner, and the ass the master's crib. But Israel do not know, my people do not consider. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, the seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they are going away backward. Right? Now, I want to jump down to verse 9, you know, bring out the point what the brother was saying, right? Isaiah 1:9 said, except the Lord of hosts, is our captain, Yahweh, except the Lord Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant. So if it wasn't for this remnant, right, he said, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. So we would have been destroyed, man. It wasn't for the elect, we weren't the ones out here, you know, doing the righteous, doing the will of Yahweh, our nation will be gone. Nobody will remember who we was for it, but Yahweh left for that remnant, man. So to bring the ones back to remember, that's what the truth is for. It's for the elect, man. You know, that's why later on you see, you understand it, right? That's why everybody gonna come back to that elect seed, man. You know, but
This is just bouncing off that point there, remnant. This is Romans 11, and I started at 3. It says, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thy altars. And I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Even so, then, at this present time, there is a remnant according to the election of grace, man. So, again, that goes into that same thing, like you said, there's that remnant, right? And we know, you know what I'm saying, it's really the 144,000, you know what I'm saying? That's the elect, right? Those are the people who he have reserved to himself, who he allowed to come to the truth, who he quickened, right? Those are the ones who have not, like you said, bowed the knee to the image of all. Those are going to be those Chad's versions, those who are not, you know, fornicating with all these other philosophies, all these other doctrines, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. But that was just bouncing off your point.
I want to bring this out too, but I said to me to grab it earlier, 1 Peter 4 and 17. I just did a point, right? It said, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. And if it first begin at us, which at the end of them that obey not the gospel of our power. So the judgment gonna start with Israel, man, because like you know, basically like the priest was saying, like brother was saying earlier, you know, you got Jake so lost and so messed up. But also even with dealing with the men who understand the Israelites, who come to this truth and in it for the wrong reasons, you know, in it for money, in it for fame, in it out here trying to get the views, got these congregations doing whatever, however they moving, right? That's why that judgment gonna start with the house of Israel, man. You know, it's gonna start with you know, our people, because our people so lost and so going off that, you know, Most High gotta correct these people, man. You know, these people continuously go on and do iniquity every day, which you got the brothers, you got the prophets, you got the world, you got the truth going out into the world through the YouTube, brothers on the highways and byways, you know, everything, you got the truth going out, and you see how the more and more it's going out, you start seeing more and more people. You start seeing more people clowning it, going against it, going at it. You know, like I've been seeing a lot of like elders, you know, doing videos. You see all the people on TikTok. Oh, Hebrews are like this. Oh, the Hebrews are like that. A message to the Hebrews is like things of that nature. I used to be an Israelite because of this or that. Things of that nature. These people are crazy. You know what I'm saying? These people gone. You know, they understand it, but if you want to just go against it, right? It's like you keep telling your child, hey, don't touch that stove. Hey, that stove hot, don't touch that stove. Your child want to be badass, right? Go over there and touch the stove, what's gonna happen? Child, you gonna learn. So the Most High finna teach you, man. Most High finna teach you. But to keep going on, he says, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly in the sinner appear? So if the righteous scarcely be saved, what shall these ones who've been going out, especially the man who's in this truth and went away from the truth? Like, oh, how should I say, if you ain't with me, you against me, man. So if you come in this truth and you fall out, you get sifted out, don't think that it's because, you gotta understand that's righteous judgment, man. It says this in the book of Psalms, man, by the fact.
Before you grab that goes right into the brother Jim has good inheritance, his vision, right? Because he said in that point, he said the venue or the place that they were in, he said those are all Israelites, all these men that were slain, looted, they were Israelites, right? So they said it's gonna begin there. And if those people were getting slain back to back like that, right? How is it gonna be for the sinner? And that also goes into that scripture in another way. Because like I said, the righteous shall scarcely be saved. He said, you know what I'm saying, the Most High Yahweh Shah gave him that vision. He said they were slaying them, but once they got too many GMS, it would stop right before. You know what I'm saying? It would pass on. That's scarcely saved. That's right at the edge. You know what I'm saying? In a vision like that, you know what I'm saying, if you were in a predicament, you're probably scared for your life. Right? So that just goes into the point.
This precept right here, right? This book of Psalms, 119, right? In verse 35, it says, I know, O Lord Yahweh, that your judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Right? So his judgments are right, man. Most high, you going out, you thinking you think you more than what you is. You know what I'm saying? You thinking that you can hide this iniquity, move around in darkness, things of that nature, doing things behind the scenes, thinking it ain't gonna come out. But as we see, the Most High expose them day by day. That shifting happening day by day. That's why like the brother said, man, you gotta set your household in order, man. You gotta get rid of all that iniquity, man. You gotta get right. You gotta step up and be the one, to put that foot down. Even if it's just you that step away, man. You know what I'm saying? Or you put the ones off around you, because you gotta do it, especially if you gotta be that living sacrifice, man. You gotta be the one who, you gotta separate yourself from this shit. Because if you continue to try to move in it, play both ways, play both sides, then you're gonna get caught up in it. But once again, that's why that judgment gonna start with the house of Israel, because Jake think he's slick as hell. Jake think he can get off on anybody, man. Jake think he's smooth, Jake think he can trick. He can trick off on the Most High, but hey, Most High see it all, man. Most High see it all, and that judgment gonna come upon all, right? What he said, I come and my reward is with me to every man according to his work, brother paraphrasing. So the work that you doing, you gotta understand, it's gonna be judgment coming to that. So don't be running around, what is happening to me? Or like brother said, it ain't paying rent, other shit. That's that judgment coming upon you, man. Most High sift you, Most High showing you, man. He control all. Ain't nothing you can do out here that the Most High ain't seeing, nothing that's going on. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you that the Most High ain't caused that to happen to you, man. Good or bad.
Let me read this right quick. This is Psalms 9 and 16, just a quick point. It says, the Lord is known by the judgment which he executes. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, right? So it's saying what? These are the ways that you know the Lord, the Lord is, is working. That's how he's known, right? These are the things he does, right? Anything that happens to you, like you're saying, any type of judgment, any sickness, health, rich, poor, anything that happens to you, it comes of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh. That was just that.
Just go preset real fast, back up for the point. I'm gonna go back to that Corinthians. I'm gonna start at 6 and I'm gonna jump down to the last verse. So this is 1 Corinthians 5 and 6. This is going to another point. It says your glory is not good. No, you're not that little living the whole long. So like the brother was going to, man, coming to the times, even before, man, understanding, how scarce it's gonna be. And that righteous scarcity may say, like, but you gotta remove yourself from situations, man, from people, man. And like scripture's going to, I wanna say this, paraphrasing, like it's going to, if your right hand offend you, man, cut it off, man. So you gotta get rid of stuff that's not good for you, man. And, in this walk, like I can tell you in that parable or in Esdras, man, it says that the path was so narrow that only one man can go at a time, man. So you have to take, you ain't gonna be able to bring all this shit with you, man. In the scripture says you're not gonna be able to bring the world with you. Your mama not gonna be able to hold your hand down and walk. All that, man. You gotta man up. You gotta be ready and rooted in the faith that you have by Shem in the truth, man. But skipping down to the point, I'm gonna touch on this verse 10. Well, I start at verse 9. It says, I write unto you in the epistle not to company with fornicators, yet not altogether with the fornicators of this world, or with the covetous, or with extortioners, or with idolaters, for then must ye needs go out of the world. Like the brother was going to, man, like the brother said earlier, man, making that point, can two all together lest they be agreed. Like I can tell you, man, a little level of the whole, a little level levels the whole lump, man. So you gotta stay away from these people. Like the scriptures, telling us, man, and these power right there telling you, man, you know. But I want to jump this real fast too. Just going off the brother point, like you read about the righteous Christian being saved. So this is the book of Ezekiel 9, and I'm gonna start at get to the point. Well, I started at 4 to get some context on it. So Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sighed and that cried for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And that's what the Lord is doing, man. Especially in these high times like this in the Passover, the Lord is ultimately, again, going into that sifting, man. He's sifting the righteous from amongst the wicked, man. Or however you want to put it, he's sifting the wicked from amongst the righteous. So the Lord doing a lot of exposing, a lot of judging, a lot of setting the righteous in order and putting the wicked in their place, man. But at the same time, Scripture tell you here in verse 4, he's putting that mark upon his elect, man, upon his holy. You know, he's telling his angels, hey, these are the ones I want you to watch over right here. But on the other hand, these are the ones I want you to go judge, or I want you to go be a lion spirit, I want you to go be a folly spirit. You know, whatever case may be, man, setting the wicked up and the rest of the world up for their judgment. But going on with the point, verse 5, it says, to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. It says, slaughter utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient man which were before the house. And it said, like, and that's kind of the point I want to touch on. It said, and begin at my sanctuary. So what's the Lord's sanctuary? The house of Israel, man. The men of Israel, like brothers were going through earlier, those that's claiming to be Israelites, those that's teaching and preaching the name of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Those that's supposed to be coming in the Holy Spirit, man. You know, those that have preaching the doctrine of Yahweh Shemel Shah, that's starting at the sanctuary. And like I said, and begin my sanctuary, and then begin at the ancient man which were before the house, man. But the brother was going to earlier when he bring out a point about how you see Israelites, bashing or going on carrying forth and folly or getting exposed, like Elazar situation right before the Passover. Aside, different many brothers, man. IUSPK, IUIC, all these men. Right? For Israel, it says what? These are the men. These are the men. That's what the ancient men that were before the household. These are the ones that's in the sanctuary of the Lord, man. Claiming to be men of the Lord, So these are times like the brothers going to. We gotta get rid of that leaven because what? These men are getting caught up in this and get caught up in the world because what? They didn't get rid of that leaven, man. They didn't get rid of that old wickedness. They weren't teaching the right doctrine. They weren't coming in the right spirit, man. And what it did, it leavened the whole law. All the men around them were wicked, man. The whole congregation. You got something?
Oh, I got a precept or two.
Brother got, I thought you were going with something. But you got it.
Yeah, just to back you up real quick. And those men who know this truth, like the brother going to, who know this truth, like men who once teach and preach, all right, those are the most wicked men, like those are the most, and that's why I said the servant that knew the will of the Father and did. You're gonna be beat with many stripes, man. Matthew 18 and 6 in the read, but whoso shall Luke 12:47 reads, and the servant which knew the Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes, man. So those men who do this truth, man, and those who came in and fell out, came in and went out or sold out, whatever, like those are the most wicked men in Israel, man. Like those, hey, them men, they almost worse than Esau. You know what I'm saying? That was the point.
Christian real fast. Second Peter 2. And I'm gonna start at all this is good. I'm gonna try to get to the point though. I'm gonna start at verse verse 20. I'm gonna get to the point. I was good. This is 2 Peter 2:20. It says, "For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and the Savior of Mashiach Yahushua, they are again entangled therein and overcome, the latter end is worse than with them than the beginning." So like you're going to, man. These men, you know, that's taught, that's coming to the truth, that know the knowledge of Yahushua, you know, and was blessed with his knowledge, his wisdom, his spirit, and then like Scripture telling you, went back and got entangled with the world or with the corruptions of this world. And it says what it got overcome. It says the latter end is worse than with them than the beginning, man. And it says this is the point. Verse 21, it says, for it had been better for them not to have known the ways of righteousness than after they have known to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. It says, but it's happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mirror. You know, so the point being, like I said, man, it would have been better for these men not to know the righteousness of Yahweh Shah. It would have been better if they would have never received the spirit or got the truth and just been jakes in the world, man. Because what, like you said, and those that knew the master's will, and they don't get a worse of beating, man. But him that didn't know, he's not gonna get beat. He's not gonna get beat with many stripes, man. You know, he's still gonna get his ass whooped. But you know, those that knew gonna get it worse. It's just like your son, the older son. He's supposed to be, you know, the lead of the camp. He know better already. The younger brother, you know, kind of sort of what innocent. So he gonna get it worse because he's supposed to be the head in charge, the second head in charge, you know.
I got a quick precept on that. But Romans 2, verse 12, right? It says, "For many as have sinned without law shall perish without law, and many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law." That's what the brother's saying. You know, you come in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You get sifted out, or you know. And we know what James chapter 1 right here. You know, Minister Tiffany, you know, he's drawn with his own lust. So like, you know. You going out of your own lust, you know, you going out doing these things and you just get sifted out, or you know, you go back to the world, you know what I'm saying, but you have to understand the truth of this knowledge, you know you doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You just choosing iniquity at that point. But therefore you're gonna be, you know, like Brother Brother, you beat with me and scrape, but you're gonna be judged according to the law. You know what I'm saying? You know, but
Kind of, real quick, bring that again from the top.
Romans 2 at verse 12, right? It says, "For as many as have sinned," it's like for as many as have sinned without law shall perish without law, and as many as have sinned in the law shall be judged by the law.
And back in the Old Testament, what was the punishment for breaking the law? So you gotta understand that's because this truth is life, right? So for those who come into the truth and fall out, it's either life or death. That's why I think Moses must know. The Lord said that I set before you this day, life and death, man. So it's like these people, they had a way out. So you chose death. You know what I'm saying? You had life, but you chose death. It's like the Matrix, the blue and the red pill. You can choose to stay asleep, or you can choose to wake up.
That's like 7 Angels 9 how it talks about when they had yet liberty. You know, so they basically chose the opposite way.
I got a quick precept, you know, basically even, you know, talk about that because, you know, we got the Most High gave us the tools, you know, 1 Corinthians 15, right? To follow up death and victory, man. He gave us the tools to do that. Right? It's 2 Peter 1, and I'm gonna read this in NLT. I'm starting at verse 3, right? It says, "By his divine power, Yahweh has given us everything we need for living a godly life. We have received all of this by coming to know him, the one who called us to himself by means of his marvelous glory and excellence." In verse 4 it says, "And because of his glory and excellence, he has given us a great precious promise. These are the promises that enable you to share his divine nature and escape the world's corruption caused by human desires," man. You know what I'm saying? So he give us these tools to separate. He give us the spirit, how about you outside, to get out these fleshly ways, man, to get out these human desires, right? But when you start trying to live in the flesh, start falling in love with all that things, and you know, like I say, man, you're drawn away with your own lust. You're drawn away with the lust of the flesh, man. You go out and live in the flesh. You want all these worldly things, you know, especially for the man, like I say, coming this truth, looking for money, looking for fame, looking for somebody to think he's just the smartest guy here. No, man, you gotta come to this truth humble, man. You know, so you gotta come to this truth humble because he give us the tools. He give us the tools, not you. You ain't choose him. He chose you, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be humble and be grateful for that, man. You know what I'm saying? But bring that point out.
You're absolutely right, man. And you gotta understand, Most High, he's not a man. He don't he not. The Most High don't waste time, man. You know, he don't sit around and matter of fact, Paul was going into that, man. How basically you can be blotted out. You can be blotted out the book. Like
Yeah, you can be in it, but you lost.
showing you that the Most High not for the game, man. It's like a you might have a woman in the world. You drop that bitch. She ain't know what she's supposed to be doing. You drop her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Most High. He ain't doing what the hell he supposed to do. The Most High, he don't have no problem dropping you, man. You know, he don't have no problem finding somebody. That's why I said also paraphrasing. And when they the parable about the talents, man, he said take his talents and give it to the others. Break it down between them, man. He don't want to do it right. So the Most High understand we in a time where in that dream, the brother also mentioned a crowning sacrament.
Yes,
Crowning ceremony. So we coming in a time where, you know, as that's why I said again, paraphrasing, then should they know who my chosen are. So the elect are getting crowned, and the 2/3 are getting death. They getting those swords, man.
I got back on what I was saying earlier, John 15:16, right? It said, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, ye may give it." So you know what I'm saying? He chosen us, you know what I'm saying? And when he chose us, he gave us the tools to overcome all this wickedness. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and like the point brother's breaking out, you know, for you having this law, you know what I'm saying, you got the tools to do right, and you just choose to still do wrong, that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid, right? Like I say, you know, if you tell your child, hey, don't run by that because you're gonna knock that over, right? Instead of your child running by to actually knock it over, that wouldn't make you as mad. But you done told your child, hey, don't run by that, you're gonna knock it over. And your child might run by there and knock it over. You get more fierce down like, I told you not to do that. You know what I'm saying? So you come in this truth, and the Most High done gave you the tools and gave you this knowledge for you not to do this, not do that. For you to do the will and the righteous will, and you still choose to do iniquity. Come on, just think about it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really simple, man. You go choose what this world, and you can destroy this world. What you think you gonna do to your ass, man? He just gonna look at you like, oh, at one point in time you did do right. Hell nah, yo, I finna get a whooping. I told you not to run by there, you knocked it over. I ain't finna just let you pass by now, cause you gonna think that's what, you know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck up more people. Now my youngest son seeing that I let my older son do that. Now he following after that dumb shit, you know. What he say to the scribe? I think Matthew 23, verse 15. I'll break it out really fast. You know? Matthew 23 and 15, right? It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves," man. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't correcting them, if you ain't getting it right, if you come to this truth, and if you come to this truth, especially if you come to this truth, you doing all this iniquity shit, and you trying to teach this truth, man, you destroying the hell out of them people, man. You making them folks twofold.
Bring it out again.
Matthew 23 and 15, right? It says, "Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye compass sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more than the child of hell than yourselves."
That goes back to that little living, man. It's like, you know, even in the world, on a carnal sense, it's like a child, man. Like based on what you're saying, like it's like right now it's cute, you know, a child cussing, throwing up birdies, or you know, bucking up, and no, it's cute. No, Scripture says spare not. You can't spare the rod, man. So it's like the times we coming in, Yahweh Shai, he really whooping ass. It ain't cute to him. You know what I'm saying? But this world taught us it's cute. You feel me? Like even in the Christian, you know, the Christian church. Oh, you say it, brother. It ain't nothing wrong with eating a little pork. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like no, the Most High will kill you for that. You know what I'm saying? Or working on the Sabbath. Check out the man who was picking up sticks. So the Most High, he constantly give us examples after example of how serious it is, man.
And that goes to, you know, contending in the good faith. You know, I did a lesson on that. I watched the Elder Apostle Gabar. He was talking about, you know, contending in that good faith, right? You know, when Jude wrote that letter, you know.
So like a quick piece, so I just want to mess up that point before we get to the part. It's like we were saying about those that teach, man, they're the worst. So this is not doing it the worst. This is Matthew 5:19. The point is that whosoever therefore shall break one of these commandments and shall teach a man so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven, man. Just to back you up, bro, we got to start from the point.
You read that again,
Matthew 5:19, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Alright, hold up, quick one right there. So boom, kill one doctor out the real. Hell doctor, right? When you sin, you do wrong, you gonna go to hell. But you read from the top again what it said.
Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
So you gonna be you're gonna be least in the kingdom of heaven. Not your ass gonna be somewhere burning forever. You gonna be least in the kingdom of heaven, right?
Quick point, like according to Daniel, some shall come back to everlasting shame and contempt. You know, so like I said, they don't come back to least, but they gonna come back into that shame and contempt. But finishing off, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
So what role you want to play, man? What role you want to play? You know what I'm saying? Most High give you the tool to be honorable, you know, glorified, not down here in the kingdom, right? But you people who choose to be glorified down here in this kingdom, you know. But that's why he said, the last shall be first, and the first shall be last. You know, the ones who seem boastful and prideful, the ones who seem so big and boastful down here, they gonna be least in the kingdom, man. You gonna be a smile fry. Don't get me wrong, you gonna be in that kingdom, but that everlasting shame and contempt gonna be done, cause you gonna see the righteous men, especially when the day come, man. For you ones who know the truth when the day come, and you see the elect men beamed up, and you know, like brother said in his dream, you got they running around. Oh, this preacher right here, I was doing that, I was teaching this, like that nature. Yeah, I gonna know you. You gonna know you through, man. You gonna know you through. And that's what be killing me, man, about a lot of you, cause when it pop off, that's when a lot of you gonna try to turn back. You know, Lord willing, you know, if you were that elect, the Most High allow you to turn back. But if not, you know what's gonna happen, man. Cause you was once in the truth to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? When you young, like Nazar was like you, when you young, yeah, you might get burnt by the iron. But when you older, you be smooth with that iron. You don't just have it all well, honestly, cause you know it can happen. When you come in this truth, as you learn and gain more knowledge, you learn the more fundamental blocks to this truth. You get right. You start to be more circumspect. You know, what's the word he used?
Circumspect.
Yeah, circumspect. You know, being weary to.
Like paying attention.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring the piece up.
Quick precept, slide quick.
No, you do it.
This is Sirach 37. You go to the point, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It says, "There is one that is wise and teacheth many, yet is unprofitable to himself." So like the brother was going to, you're gonna have people that's wise, man. And like I said, there was one that is wise and teacheth many, yet is unprofitable to himself, man. So you got these brothers out there in the truth, they wise, and they teach many brothers of the congregation, but they unprofitable to themselves, man. Because what they're not sincere. They're not actually doing the work themselves, man. You know, they got the talk down pat, but they're not walking the walk. And just to finish it off, it says, "There is one that is sure of wisdom in words and is hated. He shall be destitute of all food." It says, "For grace is not given him from the Lord, because he's the power of all wisdom." It says, "Another is wise to himself, and the fruits of understanding are commendable in his mouth." You know, and I'll just start right up, because you know, that was the point, verse 19. You know, there is one that is wise and teaches many years unprofitable to himself, man. And like I said, again, you got one that's sure of wisdom in his words, but he hated. And that's what those really the men of the Lord. You know, because they showing that wisdom, but what they hated, man. You know, but you got the other ones they see why they teaching many, but they unprofitable, man. They unprofitable to themselves. You know.
That goes into the thing with the Pharisees. You know, so that's why I was trying to say it. You know, the things that they tell you says do and observe, but you don't do after their words. Look, they was telling people to do these certain things, but they was like that. They didn't do, you know what I'm saying, the things that they convey to people.
This precept I was trying to get to right here, right? Ephesians 5, I start verse 14, it says, "Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach Yahushua shall give thee light." Right? It says, "See then that ye walk circumspectly," right? So circumspectly just meaning, you know, wary and unwilling to take a risk, you know, stand away from all iniquity, right? It says, "Not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil." You know what I'm saying? So you get this truth, you gonna move circumspectly, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be out here moving how these people move, man. You ain't gonna be going out as much. You ain't gonna be doing all the other shit that this world got going on. You know, all you gonna be focusing in is truth, right? You know, yeah, you gotta, you know, go to work, do things you gotta do because it's our kingdom. But in the day, man, you gonna separate from a whole lot of shit. You know, and that's the point of this truth, man. Separation, man. That's why you got great ones, you got least ones, right? the other analogy, right? When you got, you know, they talk about greats in sports. They talk about the ones who always was training. They weren't going out. They on party. They in the gym. They on the field. So we got to be in this truth, man. You want to be great in this truth. You got to be studying, praying, you know, doing lessons, doing the things that Yahweh Shem Shah said for us to do. But another quick point I want to bring out. What they got, man? I was going to go to Jude, right? To get back to the point earlier, I was talking about Jude. I was watching the other Apostle Gabar lesson, right? The Jude, Jude 1, right? So this is when Jude wrote this. Jude wrote this. He was writing this letter, you know. Jude wrote this book, right? The first was a letter around 52, 55 AD. You know, after Yahweh Shai died and was resurrected, right? You had guys who was following the doctrine, you know, but they left from it and started teaching other doctrine, right? And Apostle Gabar was saying to them called apostates. You know, the ones who, you know, they come to truth, but then they was well known. Them called apostates, the ones who fall out of the faith, right? So when Jude writing this letter, and I'm gonna start at verse 3, right? And Jude was Yahweh Shai's biological brother as well too. So Jude 1 and 3, right? It says, "Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the coming salvation, it was needful for me to write unto you and exhort you that ye shall earnestly contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints," right? So it's for us to contend in this faith. We gotta fight the good fight of faith, you know. That's coming when you know all these false doctrines going around. You got all these affliction things you're gonna face within this truth, but you gotta contend. You gotta contend in the righteous faith, man. You gotta contend in righteousness. You know, you gotta put out those old things because it's gonna be a fight. You're gonna have the flesh trying to pull you, do all these things. You got all these other doctors going around. You got mommy, keep talking about coming to church, this and that. She got the pastor trying to text you and things of that nature. Or you got your old homeboys who used to be around. They want to still want to link with things of that nature. Man, you got to continue in the righteous faith, because Jake going off, but you called to be a saint, right? That's why it says contend for the faith which was once delivered unto the saints, right? You know, all Israelites are the saints, but not all of them are called to be saints, man. So if you called to be a saint, man, you got to fight for the, you got to fight the good fight of faith. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a sincere soldier. You know, you got to be honest to your vow. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no treason. You don't want to come in this thing and fall out, fall back into the world, fall back to the other things. You want to continue to fight within this truth, right? Quick precept fight. The next one, Book of Sirach, verse 1 or verse 2 and at verse 1. It said, "My son, as I come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation," right? So it's gonna be a lot of temptation coming upon you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of things. It's gonna be a lot of things coming upon you, right? A lot of things that you're gonna face. You know, like you having a girl, man. You got a girl. You know the brothers how we always say, man. Like as soon as you get a girl, all the other girls start wanting you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody starts seeing you post your girl. The girls texting you, liking your pictures, trying to get you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta stay loyal. But we in that marriage with how about she outside, so we gotta stay loyal, man. You gotta stay loyal. You gotta stay focused on this relationship. Can't be out here enticing and laying down doing these other doctrines, these other ways. We gotta contend in this relationship right here, right? But that's a point I wanted to bring out earlier. I was holding that, you know. When Jude wrote this letter, man, you had a lot of people going out, just like today. You know what I'm saying? In those camps who out here teaching the false doctrine, not teaching the true name, you know, not teaching the righteous teachings. Like we talked about, man, there's those apostates today, man. And you got a lot of apostates today, man. Teaching all these wrongful things, you know. That's why, and Timothy, we got something.
Yeah, I had a point.
Okay, y'all go ahead.
I was just gonna get back to that point about discipline and kind of bounce off the point that the brother Yasser had made about getting blinded out, right? About how how people will get blinded out, because ultimately what it really means is if you get blinded out, you know what I'm saying, he was never really a part of the elect anyway. You know what I'm saying? That was the parts of tell us this, you know.
But I want to make my point just because that's beautiful. That's kind of what I was going to before you bring the precepts out. It's probably going hand in hand, but that's what I was saying. Think about, because Yahushua, he celebrated the Passover before his crucifixion. And like you were saying, man, we in that time of brothers getting blotted out, man. That's like he was wanted to, how the elders would teach it. Because I remember the Apostle Gabar was going to that. You gotta think at the same time that Passover, Judas betrayed Yahushua, man. So it's a lot of betrayal, that spirit of betrayal and spirits, and brothers getting blotted out of the truth, man. betraying Yahweh Bashim outside in the ministry and the spirit. That's that time is going on now, man. And also with his disciples, and they let being sealed, it all go hand in hand. That's why I say ain't nothing new up on the sun. I just couldn't tell you that the same spirit, the same stuff going on now, man. It's just like the friend those getting blotted out. Like Judas was part of the elect. Judas was one of Yahweh disciples, man. What Judas ended up doing, he ended up betraying Yahweh. And eventually what he was blotted out is what he was never part of it. He was never meant to be a part of the elect. He was never, like you said, from the beginning, he was never part of the fold. That was his life from the beginning, to come in and betray Yahweh. But at first, he was Yahweh disciple, man. He was one with the 12. You know what I'm saying? So I say it's the same thing now. A lot of brothers, again, they get exposed, man. Because what Judas got exposed. Yahweh said at the table, hey, when y'all gonna betray me? He said, him that dipped the hand in me at the same time as me, and that's the one gonna betray him. And what, it ended up being Judas, man. But that's just the point I was saying. Think about it.
Just going into the point, I was just gonna bring out, how the Lord is ultimately, like we went into, the Lord is ultimately the one who, who blots his people out, as it says in, constantly in the book of Revelation, right? Yahweh Shai was saying in Revelation 3, there's some who are blotted out, right? He'll blot your name out of the book of life. But this is Amos 9, just going into that sifting, because that's really what it is. You get to out of the book of life. You know what I'm saying? If you was quote unquote in it, you got sifted out of it. You know what I'm saying? Taking them on from the true men of the Lord. So this is Amos 9 and 8. Right? It says, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord Yahweh are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saying that I will not only destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. For lo, I will command and will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the seed, and yet shall it says, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, or say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us," which really goes into how we were saying earlier, or like how I brought out earlier with 2 Ezra 9. People, they take advantage of the time they got now, the time they got to repent, the time they got to get back into their heritage, right? Get into the scriptures, learn about who we truly are, and take advantage of this time. That's why it says all the sins of my people shall die by the sword, right? They shall receive their judgment, right? Those people who say, well, like I don't need the Lord, I don't need Yahweh, I don't gotta, follow after these ways, that ways. I don't have to follow the laws and commandments and statutes to the best of my ability, right? And let me read this right quick. This is the book of Job. There you go. Job 21 and 13. It says, "They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave." Right? Because people these days, they think all it is about money. You know what I'm saying? They love getting some type of wealth, right? But it says in a moment go down to the grave, because that means what? At any point in time, the Most High can strike you down, man. All the materialistic things that you may have, you can't take that with you to the grave, right? So it's basically saying how pointless it is, right? But verse 14 it says, "Therefore they say unto the Most High, Depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways." Right? They don't want to know the ways of Yahweh. So they don't want to, like I said, they don't want to learn the laws, statutes, and commandments, and follow those to the best of their ability. Right? They don't want to do so. Right? Verse 15, it says, "What is the Almighty that we should serve him? What profit should we have if we pray unto them?" So they're basically saying, they don't see a point in following after Yahweh. They're basically saying, like, who is he? You know what I'm saying? What should we do? Why? Because they have found security in that wealth that they have. But little do they know in those days, as it is written, they're gonna cast their silver and then go into the streets, and it's not gonna profit them. Roughly paraphrasing. But that's just the point I was making, man. Those are the type of people who are gonna be sifted, man. People who don't want to hearken to the voice of the Lord Yahweh.
So like quick research, just real fast about the point, because he said, they trying to because they accept their security. So this is Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarry to turn to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and put not offering day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish the day of vengeance. Man. So you put out the works of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The Lord, like I said, he don't come in that security. And whenever you feel the most safe, when you think you're good, the Lord will come destroy you, and you're gonna perish in that day of vengeance. Man. That's just the point.
On the brothers, as you talking about that sifting, right? Matthew 13. I started verse 47. It says, "And again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind." Right? So it's truth like unto a net, right? It's gonna grab all kinds. It's gonna grab all kinds. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have brothers who come to the truth it's not sincere. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have the ones who come to the truth, chasing after, all the other shit that's unrighteous to Most High, right? But it says right here, verse 48 says, "Which when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels and cast out the bad away." You know what I'm saying? So the truth, it's gonna grab all kinds, man. It's gonna grab all kinds. But the bad gonna be cast out, and the good gonna be kept. What's that sifting, man? The ones who unrighteous, the ones who and it's true for the wrong reason, they gonna be cast out, man. You know what I'm saying? Most High gonna sift them out of this thing. He ain't gonna keep them around for no reason. He ain't gonna do nothing to bring forth bad fruit, right? Well, when we read earlier, in John 15, right? Where he said, when I have chosen you, why you ain't chosen me? I chose you, right? You should bring forth fruit. You gotta bring forth good fruit. Can't bring forth unrighteous fruit, because you're gonna spoil the rest of the fruits, man.
I got this just to bounce off the point, about symptom, man, about cutting off and just again, man, going into the time that we in, man. Get rid of that old habit, man. Getting rid of those old ways, man. Like the I want to say it was get a brother from North Carolina. I forgot the other man from North Carolina. I know his channel, Jim.
Yashiar.
Yeah, Jim. But Jim North Carolina 777, like he was pointing to, man. We're coming to that time of examination daily, man. And we gotta examine ourselves, or the Lord wants to examine us. I mean, the Lord wants to examine us regardless, but we're in that time, man, daily reflecting, man. Daily self-reflecting, man. Daily examinations of ourselves, man. Making sure we're in order, making sure we're in the right spirit, man. Making sure we're breaking that holy and acceptable sacrifice, man. And that goes into the Passover as well. You bring that holy, that lamb without blemish for the sacrifice, man. For the Passover, so you can be counted for the Lord to pass over you for that judgment, man. Or being blotted out like the brother going to, or being sifted, man, or being caught with some type of offense to offend you how about you outside, man. That's the worst thing to be, found. Like we were going to the lesson of the day, being found worthy, man. We know times, wanting to be and needing to be found worthy of y'all about you outside, man. But just getting to the point, this is Matthew 5, and I'm gonna pick up at verse 29. And it reads, verse 29, "If thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that the whole body should be cast into hell. And if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not thy whole body should be cast into hell." So we're in that time now, man. If your right eye offend you, pluck it out. If your right hand offend you, cut it out, man. It'll be better for you to lose that than for the whole body to perish, man. If like again, you found an offense, in how about you shop, you be blotted out, For you to once be in that book of life, like the brother was going to, and you blotted out, man. We're in that time of renewance, man. Again, like we was doing the lesson, must be found worthy, but you gotta get rid of that old shit, man. Like the scripture's going to, roughly paraphrase, you're not gonna put new wine in old bottles, man. We coming to a new season. Again, we coming to that season of the kingdom of heaven are coming, man. The whole world being restored, refreshed, man. Be a great reset, man. And that's what ultimately the Lord doing. He's sweeping the house clean. He getting ready to come get his elect and set up the kingdom of heaven, man. And when he's doing it, he getting the house ready. He's sweeping the house clean, man. You got a whole bunch of niggas in your house, and half on are supposed to be there. You don't get them niggas out, man. Niggas on them knock flower pots over, Niggas are down, what's the Kool-Aid on the couch? Got chip crumbs on the damn floor, all kind of shit, man. The Lord come and sweep that shit clean, man. You know? But, that's a good point.
Just quick precept, maybe. Thank you. I really just point this in mind. Oh yeah, kind of, you know, coming into this. Oh yeah, like you say, you know, coming to the truth, man. You know, basically, you talking about, you know, being renewed. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta be born again, man. You gotta put off all those old ways. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do that through the spirit. How about you shot? Right? You know, coming to this word. You know, this word is the cleanse, man. This word was gonna clean you out. You know, get you right, get you separate from, you know, the things of this world, right? It's John 3. I start at verse 3. It says, Yahweh shall answer, said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh. Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born again when he is old? Can he enter the second time to his mother's womb and be born? Yahweh shall answer, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. Right? Well, now to verse 6, he said, And that which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Right? So come back to verse 5 again. You know what is that water, man? But that water, you know, is truth. Right? Let me bring out precept here. Book of Psalms. Psalm 119. Yeah, Psalm 119, right? And verse 9 says, withdraw shall a young man cleanse his way. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereunto according to thy word, right? So this word, man, how you gonna cleanse yourself? That water, man, this word is truth. You know, that true baptism, you know, changing your ways, you know, coming to these scriptures. You know, cleansing yourself. Like Brother Sam, man, we got use this word and this truth to get right. You know, we renewed, man, we born again. Get that renewed heart, renewed mind the heart of Yahweh Shah. You know, not the ways of this flesh, not the ways of this world. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to this thing sincere and be ready to, you know, desire that sincere milk to get those fundamental building blocks, man. You know, become a spiritual man, be born again. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause ain't no flesh. Let's say ain't no flesh. The flesh shall inherit the kingdom. You know, so you gotta come to this thing spiritually, ready for that spiritual cleanse, ready to get right, ready to be brought from the dead, man. You know.
I'm gonna say, you got something you bring it out. I was gonna say, brothers ain't got nothing, we can go into the, you know, what the Passover about.
All right, we'll do it.
But if you got something, you bring it out though.
I just had a,
Let's go to the food scriptures we can come home.
I just want to grab this prayer. Psalms. Psalms 51. If somebody want to help me read it. Psalms 51 and 1. Somebody read 1 through. Somebody read 1 through 10. Somebody read 11 through 19. Psalms 51 and starting at 1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 51 and verse 1. It says, To the chief musician, a psalm of David, when Nathan the prophet came unto him after he had gone into Bathsheba. Right, we know that account is when, you know, he had a soldier, you know what I'm saying, he sent the soldier out to war to be killed. He you know, basically took his wife, right, committed adultery, along with murder. But it says, Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh, according to thy loving kindness, according to the multitude of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions.
And real quick, you know, it's really like a race. It's really like a lap. You know, you gotta be happy that you made it to this Passover. You know, and you know, because obviously, of course, brothers went off between now and last Passover, right? So it's like you just gotta understand that mercy. Yeah, we have the sure mercy of David if we of that number. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, going to the account, well, when David, you know, murdered that man and committed adultery, Most High still forgave him for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if we had the sure mercy of David, I'm pretty sure brothers did worse things. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, but go ahead.
Verse 2, it says, "Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is ever before me."
And see, that's the thing. You gotta acknowledge your sin. And that's what Scripture says. Confess our sins. Somebody grab that. Confess our sins to one another real quick. Because it's like you, brothers walk around and brothers will think that these things are hid, but no. The Most High see it. The angels see it, and a lot of times the Most High put spirits on brothers to discern certain things. So brothers know when you're going out. Believe it or not, bro. A brother may know when you're going out. He may not know exactly what happened. It's like with your woman. You don't know exactly what she's doing or what you know what I'm saying. But you like, okay, what they say, a woman's intuition. Oh, it's the elect's intuition. Because you gotta understand. Again, the Most High put certain spirits on men to going to the account with Peter when Yahweh asked Peter, "Who do you think I am?" And Peter told him, "I know that you're the Son of Man," because he was part of it. He understood, he had the discernment to know that this is not nobody else but the Son of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Pick back up there. Matter of fact, you got that?
God, this is James 5:16. Confess your faults one to another and pray one for another, that you may be healed. The effectual, fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Kind, we gotta confess these things. Meaning we gotta acknowledge them. You know, in the world, people go to they go to the what's it, the Catholic or the Roman Church.
Yeah,
Kind, and they go in there, they confess their sins to that
priest.
kind. That's not what we're here to do, man. It's like right here. If you know you've been going out, man. Ask brothers, hey bro, hey man, go on a fast with me. Hey, pray for me, man. Or man, look, hey, I need some sound advice on this. You ain't necessarily gotta tell the brother exactly what you did or what's going on, but in some cases that may be needed, man. You know what I'm saying? But read it one more time and just break it down.
This is the book of James 5:16 again. It says, confess thy faults, confess your faults one to another, and pray one for another, that you may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much. And just like my father brother, man, I can tell you, confess your faults one to another and pray for one another that you may be healed, because do not know it. These things heal you spiritually, man. Again, like I was going to, like I said before, the scriptures tell you a broken and contrite heart, that's near to the Lord. I'm trying to grab it real fast.
Before you say that even go into, how it says two are better than one. And like I said, that brother, you know what I'm saying, who's a righteous brother, because and also the scriptures say, the Lord heareth not sinners. You know what I'm saying? So when you go into a man who you know to do the will of the Lord, like it also says in the book of Shirach, be continually with a godly man who thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, from paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? When you around like men like this, you know what I'm saying? It helps. You know what I'm saying? With prayer, like you said, with sound advice, so on and so forth. That's why it's not good to be alone. That's that lone wolf spirit, right? You need brothers who are in this truth, not just anybody. You need brothers, right?
This is Psalms 51:17. The sacrifices of the Most High are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. Oh, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will not despise, man. So the Lord, He's not gonna despise that you coming together. You coming, to another brother with that broken heart, contrite spirit. In sincerity. Confessing your faults, man. Because we know our scripture tell you what godly sorrow worketh to repentance, man. So you come to the Most High with that broken, that contrite spirit, with that godly sorrow, confessing your faults. Open the doors for what? Again, I should tell you for brothers to pray for you, man. And like I said, a fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much, man. So like brother saying, two is better than one, because you may not be in the right spirit, but there's a better brother around you in a better spirit, in a better, good graces with you. How about shot? And he pray for you, and the Lord hear you, man. And that's how ultimately that's kind of a spiritual power in a sense, man. For you to get healed by the brothers, man. Coming together, confessing your faults, man. Being there for a brother to come, confess your faults to a brother, he be able to pray for you, man. You come to the Lord again with that acceptable sacrifice. And that acceptable sacrifice is what? You confess your fault with that broken, contrite spirit, man. That godly sorrow for you, man. But that's all.
Alright, real quick, point. That's why Yahweh only healed those. That's why he said, roughly paraphrasing, he for the sick. Those who need what's up?
Those are for physicians.
So the most, Yahweh he went out here. Those who was proud, the rich men, the Pharisees, they went out here looking for blessing. They went out here looking for healing. Those who needed it, man. And obviously we need it, right? We can pick back up in Psalms.
I got a precept that the brother can come put up.
Kind
Proverbs 27:17. It says, "Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend." So, like the brother saying, you know, iron sharpens iron. When you a man of the Lord, you know, you gonna be able to help, you know, your friend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna bounce off of each other. You know what I'm saying? So if you so say, you know, the brother or say the brother Yasir or brother Hyman or whoever. You know what I'm saying? If they need something, you know what I'm saying, you could be right there for him. You know what I'm saying? You gonna help him get stronger in the faith. You gonna help him build up his faith. You gonna help him, you know what I'm saying, do all these things, right? But that was water for that.
Shout out to the brother Kakan, man.
You want me to continue on?
Yeah. You said that 4?
Well, I stopped at 3.
Okay, you can pick up that 4.
Psalms 51:4. It says, "Against thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. Behold, thou desirest truth in the iniquity, in the inward parts, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow."
And see, that's going into that little living, man. You know, but brothers really gotta be found without fault. Like we really gotta be found blameless, man. Just like of course we go out, but if you going out willingly, if you going out and you know you going out, then it's like what Shir says, or paraphrasing, if you sin willfully, there's no sacrifice for your sin, right?
26.
Kind of correct.
There remains more sacrifice.
The book of Hebrews. This book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26. Right, it says, "For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remain no sacrifice for sins." So just like
Right now.
Okan, you know, just like the brother was saying, you know, once you receive this knowledge and you just continue like to go off, you know, doing these things, and you know that you going off, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no you trying to sacrifice for the sins no more. Ain't you trying to get out and pray as that nature, because you know you doing these things willfully, you doing these things off your own lust, right? You doing these things because you want to do these things, and you know, and also not to get out too far in it, but it also goes to, you know, them Christians thinking, he can't fulfill the law, we don't gotta follow the law. No, you know what I'm saying? We still subscribe to the law to the best of our abilities. We in this sinful flesh, but at the same time we strive as much as we can to the best of our abilities to keep going. We don't just go off just to go off. You know what I'm saying? That's dumb. They don't make no logical sense. You know, you don't just do iniquity just to do it. You know what I'm saying? So if you do it and knowing that you're going off and you continue to do those things, then there remains no sacrifice for no sin for you. You know, there remains no sacrifice for you, man. You know what I'm saying? You just at this point, you know, you Joseph with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? You just going off to go off. You know what I'm saying? You playing around in his face.
You can pick that up.
God, Psalms 51 and 8. It says, "Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O power, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me."
That's the point. Breaking down.
Man, that's a scripture I used to read a lot, man, because like you said, especially from last Passover, brothers have gone out countless times, you know what I'm saying? More times than you kind of hear, right? Whether you had a knowledge of it or whether you didn't, because there's 613 miles, right? So we're gonna go off, right? There's gonna be things that's gonna happen, but again, that just goes into the importance of the sacrifice that Yahushua gave, man. But like it says in Psalms 51 right here, right? I started 9, right? It says, hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities, right? Because that's what we're hoping for. right? Because the elect, right, their sins are going to be blotted out. They won't have to be, punished in hell with the nukes. You know what I'm saying? Just as the 2/3 will, right? The elect is going to get beamed up in the chariots. You know what I'm saying? And they'll become judges and rulers. You know what I'm saying? On the new earth, right? They won't have to take part in these things. Why? Because their sins have been blotted out, right? That's what we pray for. That's what we hope for, right? Verse 10, creating me a clean heart, right? Why? Because you have to change. You have to put off that old man, right? You got to put on that new man. You gotta come into this thing as a child, right? When you come in, right? You can't come in with that old mindset. You know what I'm saying? That old garment. You can't do that, right? You gonna be kicked out, right? Whereas gnashing the teeth, like it talks about in that parable. Right, verse 11, right? It says what? It cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Why? Because the Lord will do so, right? That's what it talks about in Romans 1:28, right? He'll turn you over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, right? He'll take His Spirit from you
And blot you out.
Exactly. He'll take that away, right? You might have been in that book of life. You know what I'm saying? You blot you right out, right? Cross you right out. Or he may say, he's not doing right. He's not doing, whatever reasons is justified, right? But like I said, point being, it says, it's going to Romans 1:28, right? To do those things which are not convenient, right? That's what you wanted to do, right? Or the scriptures also say, he'll turn you over to your own lust, right? That's what you really wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what's in your heart. That's what your heart is filled with. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna turn you over, right? Going back into the verse that we just read on up, right? That's why you have to have a new heart, which heart just goes into a mind, right? You have to like a renewed mind, right? But that's the point.
Somebody, you got something to go?
Nah.
Okay, somebody pick up 12 through 19. That's in the same Psalms.
Psalm 51, starting verse 12, it says, restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Then I would teach transgressors thy ways, and sinners shall be converted unto thee. Right, and then I'm reading this as we was going through it. I was meditating and looking at it too, and also in NLT. This made me think of it's Amos 9. I was thinking at Tabernacle of David. It was 9 at Tabernacle of David. That's the elect, right? That's going to be rebuilt up. The ones who come to the truth, and the ones who the elect. The ones who come to the truth and do the sincere work. You know what I'm saying? But also understanding that that like you said, we read earlier. He was born a sinner. And just going into us being in that flesh, we know that we could go off, but like we were talking about earlier, man, or like we read in Hebrews 10:26, we ain't gonna sin willfully though. We gonna strive, we gonna do right. As he said, he gonna teach the transgressor. He gonna tell them like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't went off before. That's why I said that precept. I think it's 1 Corinthians 6. Such was some of you. All of us can have these things, like Brother was saying. Before from here to the last, from the point being from back then all the way to right here right now, a lot of people done went off. We done went off with none of these things, but now we got the knowledge and the truth to understand, the things that we did, not to fall short to the things no more, to keep striving, to keep going, right? I keep going on. Verse 14 says, deliver me from blood guiltiness, O power, thou power of my salvation. My tongue shall sing aloud of your righteousness. O Lord, open thy lips, open thou my lips, and my mouth shall show forth thy praise. Right? So, we're giving that honor and glory to Yahweh. Even us who coming in this truth now. You know what I'm saying? Us making it here, we giving that praise because like you said, but a lot of brothers that got stood out even before that. We done see brothers from other camps get exposed, things of that nature and shit. We made it. You know what I'm saying?
Brothers from my camp.
Brother, even from my camp, you know what I'm saying? So, us being here, we giving that praise, you know what I'm saying? He delivering us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't delivered yet, but we got the tools and things to get to that deliverance, man. We strive daily through the truth of Yahweh Shah.
Quick precept. Sirach 43:29. It says, the Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous in his power. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for ye can never go far enough, man. So that just goes into that point. You really gotta exalt, especially the name of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, man, because that's of the utmost importance. That was just what you said.
So I start verse 15. It says, O Lord, open thou my lips, my mouth shall show forth thy praise. For thou desires not sacrifice, else would I give it. Thou desires not in burnt offerings. You know what I'm saying? And, and that goes into the point, being that, also Yahushua was that, that ultimate sacrifice was, but even, back then, right? And it was, I was watching Elder Pastor Roman, he was talking about this, right? In Hebrews 10, right? Because even you go on to look up, when he said, my sins are still, my sins are still in front of me. Even back then, when they sacrifice it for these sins, right? And these things, but they still got the knowledge of sin. You know what I'm saying? They still got the knowledge of these things, right? Hebrews 10 verse 1, I read this real fast. It says, for the law having a shadow of good things to come, right? Because we know the law is perfect, we trying to keep a perfect law, but in these imperfect bodies, right? It said, not the very image of the things can never those sacrifices which they offer year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect, right? So we got these things doing these sacrifices, of the Day of Atonement, right? Where we sacrifice, for the whole year, but at the same time, you people still got these, sins, things in our minds, man. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we now we striving with you through the faith. How about Shah? Understanding that we ain't giving no more sacrifices. Like you said, if I could, like David said, if I could, I'd give you a burnt, I give you a burnt offering. But you don't want that, because back then, our people was giving us burnt offerings back then, but still sinning, still going off, still doing these things, right? But it says the sacrifices of Yahweh are a broken spirit and a broken contrite heart. O power that was not despised, right? And like the brother, he brought this out earlier. We come to this truth knowing that we going off. We come to the truth knowing that we was living in iniquity. We coming to here for repentance. Like Yahweh said, I come for those who are sick. We come to the truth ready. We come to the truth ready to repent, ready to step away from these ways. Praying to the Most High that He help us. He give us the Spirit. He give us the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He give us the brothers around us to help us separate from these things. Not come to this thing like, oh, Most High, I don't know how I did it. But I don't know how I did it, man. But I ain't gonna try to do it no more. Nah, we praying with sincere, The thing we slipped up on, hey, we gonna make sure we gonna walk circumspectly. Make sure, we ain't slipping up on these things no more. But we coming with that heart and understand, like, Most High, like, I'm striving, I'm trying, hey, I slipped up, coming to repentance, you know what I'm saying? But keep going on, it says,
17, you read stuff in 17.
Oh, okay.
It's also showing you that even sin, even sin can't keep us from the grace and the mercy of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Most High not gonna let sin get in the way of Him sealing these naked and crowning these neck, man. Like, it's I ain't gonna say sin is a petty thing, but it ain't gonna void the righteousness or the justification of the elect. You know what I'm saying? We can go into that. You have precept, right?
That ain't no lie, man. He talking about look at the currents. Won't come in.
Oh, kind. That's what you gotta do, man.
Yeah, nah. And then, we'll
Well, we'll go ahead and close out there, man.
oh, the cook goes out. I ain't even in like that.
Kind, man. Hey, and, Lord, we'll just sit down with edifying. And then again to next time, we'll have to close out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to those who elect.